So, Jane, people are always looking for sort of easy appetizers, which are crowd pleasers. Can you think of something which is a crowd pleaser that you could do at home or you could do for a large event?
One of the things that we've done that's always been really popular and very, very simple is we'll do bake a crostini, so a little piece of like a baguette with a little bit of olive oil, and we'll either grill it or put it in the oven and toast it very lightly, and then we'll make a really rich basil pesto, or you could do an arugula pesto, or you could mix basil and arugula together, but you make a very thick pesto, and then you make a quenelle. So quenelle looks a little bit like half an egg. It's almost like a little. You take 2 spoons and you form a little, what they call a quenelle. It looks like a little teardrop, really, and put it on the crostini, and it's like an intense flavor of basil with cheese and pine nuts. You don't have to put pine nuts in if you're not allergic, although pine nuts aren't nuts ideally, but it's a really popular order, and it's so easy to make because pesto, you can make it, put it in your fridge, you can freeze it.
And pesto is basically just olive oil, garlic,
and
then
basil,
whether arugula,
whatever
or
you want to put
basil.
in it. You could even throw watercress in if you wanted for something different.
And so the quenelle, it's called?
It's called a quenelle.
Quenelle. So the quenelle is just the pesto.
It's just the pesto.
Okay.
But it's such an intense flavor of basil and arugula, or whatever you put in your pesto, that people love it because it's so unusual. Because people typically don't eat it that way.
On its own, yeah.
On its own. We do the same with sun-dried tomatoes. We'll make sun-dried tomato and artichoke pesto and do the same thing on a crostini. And it's lovely because it's green and red, so if you want it for Christmas, it's a great little, if you want to give somebody an intense shot of something. And people love flavor, so anything that's really intensely flavored, we're finding people really respond to that.
That sounds yummy.